Every single thing I have ever said publicly, in email, privately, has always made clear I am actually not a fan of charity. Charities are oftentimes the means to infiltrate places like Palestine with overpaid NGOs that can buy out the best of the private sector and ultimately get the agenda of the outside powers, the colonial imperial powers, into lands like Palestine. I am not a fan of charity. I wouldn't want to live on charity. I want equality. I want justice. And in a just environment, if we partner together, we will be able to provide for ourselves. Fuck charity. So the idea that I ever said that I was the head of a charity is ridiculous. Not only that, but I actually went to sheikhs, more than one, because there is something called zakat. Muslims are honor-bound if they have the means to give a certain amount of their money to charity each year. Now, because my non-profit companies are not technically a charity, I went to sheikhs and I asked them, listen, is this possible that it would qualify for zakat, that it would qualify for charity? And effectively the answer was no. This was very frustrating to me because I knew I couldn't say that it qualified as zakat. I wanted to make sure, and I did make sure, by asking sheikhs, respected sheikhs, about this. So I have never once represented myself as the head of a charity. The police could have easily verified that. They could have asked me questions, and they could have shown some evidence. Where is the evidence? There is no evidence. And that's why now I have got the services of a law firm in London that is representing me in a complaint against the UK police, and I can tell you what, they've taken this case free of charge. It's costing me nothing. You know why they're taking the case? Because I've got the fucking police by the balls, that's why. Because they have violated my rights. They unlawfully arrested me, they falsely imprisoned me, they assaulted me by taking my DNA, and they violated my rights under the European Convention of Human Rights on 2 different levels. So, all the proof is there, just waiting for the police to give me, through my law firm, to give us all the information that they use to justify my arrest, which I can't wait for that, because you know what that's going to do? That's going to show that Catherine Miles, once again, lied, blatantly perverted the course of justice. Are they going to arrest Catherine Miles? I don't think so. You know why? Because I believe she's definitely an asset of so-called intelligence agencies or perhaps special branch. If not, it's impossible to explain why are the UK police protecting this criminal? Why? What is the reason for this? I have the proof. I have submitted some of that proof online. People can look at it if you want. And for you idiots out there that continue to believe the lies of these criminals, who are you? What have you done? So, I'm here in Gaza. Amongst the millions of lies that have been told about me over the last 14 months, especially by Catherine Miles once again. One, I'm not welcome. I'm barred from Gaza. Here I am. I'm in Gaza. That screenshot will be put up for you to see as well. I'm barred from Gaza, am I? Well, I'm here. I'm also been suspected of luring young women into my apartment in Gaza, and Hamas nearly arrested me twice. Is that right? Well, here I am again. Why aren't they arresting me? Not only that, but I've come to Gaza for 2 primary reasons. 2. 1, to apologize to the Samouni family directly, especially to the kids. I love those kids, and I'm so sorry for what I've done to them by my failure to have the right people who could be trusted inside the Trade.Aid mission. I've done that now, and I've come and I've explained to them my perspective, and I've also submitted to them the evidence that I'm talking to you about tonight. The other reason was to go to the government here, and I've done that now. I've gone to the Minister of Interior, and I've gone to the Minister of Justice, and I have submitted 4 reports, the ones I've just told you about. The initial report that I wrote in August of 2011, the 80 pages, it was 80 pages of evidence to the UK police in July of 2012, establishing the fraudster, the criminal, the hijacker, the absolute criminal, Catherine Miles, with evidence, verifiable evidence I gave to the police, UK police, in July of 2012. I then have the chronological report, 336 pages of it, absolutely conclusive, establishing everything that the UK police would need to arrest the right people. And lastly, the complaint filed on my behalf by a law firm in London. I've handed all that over. All of that has been handed over to the officials here. I have made it very clear to the government here in Gaza. I'm here. I'm ready to answer any question at all. In fact, I want to answer any question, and I'd like to see any evidence that indicts me of anything not only illegal but immoral. Show it to me. I'm ready for it. And if there is any legitimate evidence against me, which there isn't, but if there is, let's go. Let's go. I'm here, ready to face it. So I don't consider the UK government anything but a bunch of corrupt bastards, quite frankly, and their little quisling underlings of the UK police, which, let's make no mistake, as we get closer to a third world war, are going to be called on to do horrible things to the UK people. So I hope you do the right thing, the good people within the UK police. I don't believe the government here in Gaza is as corrupt as you are in the UK. And I've handed over all the evidence to the officials here. And I've requested that they take all the evidence they have, and if there's sufficient evidence to indict me of anything, to charge me. I will come back to Gaza. I'm coming back to Gaza because I won't be able to stay here too long this time around, but I'm here if any charges need to be leveled. And I'm coming back as well. And here is my open proposal to Catherine Miles. Catherine Miles, you still maintain possession of stolen vehicles, donated goods, and also at least 20,000 pounds of donated monies went into your account, all verifiable. You say I stole it, show the proof. How did I get money put into your account? Why was I so stupid as to allow it to be put into your account is really the question for me. But nonetheless, me being as stupid as I was, how did I get my hands on money put into your account? Because you're gonna have to show somehow that it was put into my hands. You can't do that because you stole it. Now, all the evidence is there. It's all there. Catherine Miles, I have found the funds for you to come to Gaza. We will pay for you to go to Gaza. I'll pay for your tickets from the UK to Cairo, and then your taxi fare to Gaza, and your accommodation in Gaza, and your return fare, taxi fare, back to Cairo, back to the UK. You have a paid trip to Gaza. You come down to Gaza, and all those things that you've said about me, everything you've said about me, I'm a white supremacist, I'm a Nazi, I'm a fraudster, my wife is worse than me, my children are illegitimate. All of these lies that you have told, all of them, including accusations that I've stolen money and that I have somehow dishonored myself and harmed the Palestinian cause, you bring all your evidence to Gaza and you face the authorities here in Gaza. If you are not willing to do that, now today, with the Samouni family coming out and making a statement, calling on you, demanding you to return all of the items back to me. If you don't do that, let the whole world know, and every single person who cares about Palestine, let them all know. You have stolen directly from Palestine. You have stolen directly from the Samouni family, and even after the Samouni family have demanded that you return all the stolen property back to me as their friend, as their brother, as their trusted partner, if you refuse to do that, let the wrath of the Palestinian solidarity movement come to you. Let it come to you. And Saib Shaath, as a Palestinian, I suggest you tell Catherine Miles to return the stolen goods now as well. That's my report from Gaza. I look forward to seeing what happens in the near future, but let us make no mistake, no mistake, no matter how corrupt, no matter how evil, no matter how servile and disgusting, there will be justice in this world. There will be justice in Palestine. And we will never give up. And you can make damn sure that I will never give up. I will die with my honor and integrity. And I believe that we will see Palestine free in the not too distant future.